So now we'll move on to insert. So from the insert, you see many different options here. And again, we'll go from left to right. So this is cover page. Cover page is like, let's say you're writing a book, you're writing a thesis, you're writing a report. You may want to have a cover page for it. And there are many different pre-made templates here for you to choose from. And right here it says more cover pages from office.com. So you even have more options here. And let's click on Austin. As you can see, that cover page is automatically inserted for you, and you just have to click and change some things about it. So if you don't want this one, you can make this one smaller. Click on it. You can click on this box and click delete if you don't want it, and Control Z to bring it back, and Control Z to put it back the way it was. And you just click to choose the document, and that person's name actually is not my middle name. See, it's my middle name. So that's basically it for cover page. You can also click on the big one, and whenever you click on a cover page, you can always go to the cover page and remove current cover page to remove it, and you can pick a different one. Let's say for example we choose this one. You can say that's the cover page here, and if you click on your cover page, you see over here it says drawing to format. When you click on format, you can format your cover page. So this is really cool. So most things in Microsoft Word, that is images or anything like that, will come up in format. So if you click on this and click on format, your options will be a little bit different than if you clicked on this one and clicked on format, or if you clicked on this and click on format. So format is kind of where you will have the options to tweak whatever it is you're clicking on to your heart satisfaction. And so go over to insert, remove current cover page, and let's go back to this first one here. If you click on the big box and click on format, as you can see, you have different options here. You can edit the shape and everything. You can do arrangement. So let's say you have this and this, you can send backward and it goes to the back. You can bring it forward. You can change the position. You can change how the text is wrapped. You can change the text direction. If you want it to be vertical, it will be like that. You can change the text alignment if you want it to be centered. You can change what type of text it is, if it has shadows. And let's change the field to blue, and shape outline to green. So shape outline is what goes around this shape right here, and the field is the field of the blank. So if you wanted to change the color or anything like that. So format is where you go to specify, to tweak whatever it is that you selected, and depending on what you selected and what will be in the format option will be different. So let's select this and go to format. It looks similar. If you select an image, let's see if I can select an image here. Let's go to insert, remove current cover page. Let's go to this. This doesn't have an image. This one has an image. So let's select this image. When you select the image, you can go to format and you can choose how you want your image to look like. So this is not just when you do cover page. Whenever you have an image and you click on the image, this format option will show up, and you can make changes to your image. So let's say you want to rotate it 90 degrees. You can do color correction to make it look a little bit different. You can remove the background. You can choose how you want your image to look. As you can see, the image changes color. So whenever you have an image in Microsoft Word, you will do this. You just the same thing all over again. And you have different effects here. You can change the picture, that is replace the image. You can from a file, online source, or from icons. You can reset the image so it is the way it was when you first started. That is move the coloring and everything. You can even compress the image. And let's make our image circle and rotate again. So, and not only, you also have what is called picture depth, picture body. You can just play with this and see what you want. You also have what is called design. This is mostly for tables, so this is in a table format right now. This icon is in a table format, so this is kind of like a table, and that's where the design comes in. So you can choose how you want your table to look. And you also have layout. So layout is how you want the content of the table to be laid out specifically. So this applies mostly to the content of the layers, and when we get to the table section and insert, I'll go over that in more detail. But as for now, just go ahead and remove current cover page. So next is blank pages, and this is under insert. So if I go here and I go to blank page, it will add a blank page below it. And if you click on page break, it adds like a blank page between the last one and the one you had your mouse on. So page break adds a blank page in between two pages, and blank page just adds a page right below wherever your mouse is, whatever the current page is. And now let's go to tables. So under tables, you can choose the rows and columns of your page, how big you want it to be. You can choose it here, and when you are choosing it, you see it up here. You see the numbers up here of what you are choosing. And you can also draw your a manual table. So if you do this, you'll be able to add a manual table, and from here you can insert a page to the right, or insert a page to the left, or insert a page below, and insert a page to the top. And I'm going to click on this and delete it. Delete cells, shift cells, delete entire. Okay, so let's go back to insert. Under tables, you can also go to insert table, and from here you can pick exactly the number of columns and number of rows you want to put in. So auto fits to content, I'm going to show you guys the difference between this. So this is kind of a fixed thing, right? If you go back here and go to insert table, and let's choose auto fit to content and click OK. That didn't show up the way I wanted to. Insert table, auto fit to content. Okay, so it will show up as little boxes like this. This means that whatever you are that your tables will be tiny, and it will just conform to the size of whatever it is you're typing. It will conform to the size of your content. So you can have tables of different sizes and tables that conform to the size of the content inside the tables. That's what auto fit content mean. And the next option below it is auto fit to window, which means it will fit the whole window. And if you click that, and that was the initial option, to fit to the window. So if you had a bigger window, it will fit to it. That's what it simply means. Not only can you insert tables, you can also insert Excel spreadsheets from here. So if you click on Excel spreadsheet, you can do simple Excel here. So if you click on to enter, and this is equal to this plus this, and click enter to give it. So this is supposed to be 2, enter. So you can also insert Excel. So you can do quick Excel here. So instead of opening Microsoft Excel and doing calculations and stuff, you can do quick Excel calculations in Microsoft Word. So let's say input the number 6 here, and let's say this one is equal to this minus this. Enter. As you can see, the answer is 2, and let's change this to 3 and click enter. Everything else changes accordingly because 6 minus 5 is 1. So, and let's change this to 8 for example. As you can see, this changes to 3. So because 8 minus 5 is 3. That was the calculation that we did. And whatever, if you are just wondering what it is you have in your Excel sheet, and if you go up here, you'll be able to see your calculations, and the blue corresponds to this blue, and this red corresponds to this red. So that is how to insert Excel sheet. And you can, of course, you can add more sheets here. If you click on this, you can add more sheets, so you can have 2 different sheets here. And you can either make something, you can make it larger to add more rows and columns, or you can make it smaller to remove rows and columns. And so this is kind of like a mini Excel. So instead of just going out of Microsoft Word to create Excel and bring the Excel back here, you can do quick Excel calculations. If you have extensive things to do in Excel, it's probably better to go in Excel and do it in Excel and then import it back. But just for quick things, not too much time, something that's not very complex, you can do your calculations. You can do quick Excel calculations in Microsoft Word. So that's really cool. I really like it. And you have the full Excel tables right here for you to choose from. So this is like Excel in Microsoft Word. It's really cool. I like it. And when you finish, you just click out of it and it shows up right there. And if you want to make changes, you just double click it and Excel comes back online. And this is not actually Excel. This is Excel right here. As you can see, it's not open. So this is just Excel inside Microsoft Word. And you click out of it and it goes away. So it's really nice. It's super cool stuff. I really like that. I really like that option. And still under tables here, you have something called quick tables. So if you want to add in a calendar, if you're creating a calendar, you can add it here. So another way to add a calendar is if you go to something like File, New. Here you can type in calendar and enter. Did I spell that wrong? Probably did. Okay, there we go. So calendar. And so you have different calendar options, different calendar templates here. So if you want to create your own calendar for whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it in Microsoft Word. And let's say you choose this, and you can see what it kind of looks like, and see many different options for you to choose from. So you can either create a calendar from a template that's pre-existing and like a new Microsoft Word document, or you can also do it from calendar here. So let's go to quick tables. So my Microsoft Word program crashed, and so we are talking about inserts and tables. And if you go under quick tables here, so we'll see different options. And let's say for example we choose this one. As you can see, it inserts the date for you automatically. And once you click on it, again you see this design icon and you see layout also. So if you go under design, you can choose different designs for your table. And this doesn't just apply to calendar, it also applies to regular tables. So if you go to insert table and let's choose something like this, you also have the design option, and you can choose how you want it to be. If you click this arrow here, you see more options of what you could choose. And you can also modify table styles, modify the pre-existing style to fit your needs, or you can go to new table style and create a whole new style for your tables. And here you can choose header row or no header row. And let's go back to a normal style here. That is not normal. Let's go back to something like this. So from here you can choose header row or no header row, and header row is just this first one. And to add and you can add banded columns, last column, everything. You can have different options here. And to add more, you can click on this and you add a row in between, or you can also add it all the way to the end here. You can make this smaller or larger as you see fit. So you can drag this around to make it look exactly the way you want it to look. And you can also add columns here using this plus button. And if you want to delete this row only, you can right click, and when you right click you have copy, cut, and delete columns, and merge cells, and distribute rows and stuff. So let's just go to delete column, right click, delete cells, and that column is deleted automatically. So I want to show you guys a few tricks here. So let's say you have these four right here and you want to merge them together. Just right click and say merge cells. You merge and they all become one cell. Or right click and split cells, and you choose how you want to split it. Let's say you want to split 2 by 2, and you click OK, and it will split it. And let's go to merge cells, split cells, and let's say we want it to be 3 by 3, and click OK. It says to choose a number between 1 and 2, and let's choose 2 and click OK. As you can see, it splits it accordingly. And when you right click here, you have border styles, you have auto fit, you have text direction. So let's say we have text here, and when you highlight this, you can right click and text, then make this text. You can highlight this and right click, and then you can change the text direction to be vertical, and click OK, and it will show up here. And you can go to table properties to see everything there is to know about your table. Like you can go to table, row, column, cell, alternative text. You can make it center and click OK, and your table will be centered. So if you want to add a link, this is where you go, and to add a new comment to this particular text, and this is a comment. And future video will explore more about commenting. If you go to review, you'll be able to delete comment. If you click on this, delete, it will delete the comment. So when you right click, you have many different options, and you also have different options up here. And if you go to layout, let me just choose the cell. I say if you go to layout, you can choose, you can also have the same options. Like when you right click, those options, you also have them up here, and it's self-explanatory. And if we select something like this, we can split cells. You click OK, and you'll be able to split them in the middle. You can do horizontal splits also. You can insert a cell to the left. You can select everything and click hit delete, or you can delete cells here, and that deletes everything. So that completes it for tables in Microsoft Word. Next, we'll be going to looking at pictures, online pictures, shape, icons, 3D models, smart art, charts, and screenshots.